Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this is part 2 of my little pregnancy slash life update. In part 1 you saw me kind of just chat a little bit more about my pregnancy, what it's been like for me so far, and what I'm hoping it'll be like for the remainder of what I have left of being pregnant. I'm in my 3rd trimester. I'm 34 weeks pregnant. If you want more updates on the pregnancy side of life for me, head over to part 1 of this little update video. It should have been out last week, so I will put a little link somewhere for you guys there. But today, now, I'm filming this the same day as I filmed part 1, so that's why I'm wearing the same stuff. But this video will be more of like a chatty life update, kind of talking to you guys about the move, where we're at, what our plans are moving forward, some of the challenges that we've faced, all that jazz. So if you're interested in a little life update, then please keep watching. Okay, so let's catch up on life. Let's see, it is November. So I've been in Puerto Rico for 2 months now, September, October, yeah. So I got here like September 7th. So yeah, it's like November 12th or something like that today. I don't even know what day it is. It's November though. So I've been here for 2 months. And I feel like we're finally settling in. I think I might have mentioned that in my last video. I feel like we're finally getting to the point where we haven't really established a routine, I wouldn't say. Excuse me, my ribs hurt. I wouldn't necessarily say we've gotten into like a super good routine. We're still kind of figuring out like what we like to do for fun here, where we prefer to get our groceries from. We're still kind of like playing around with those kind of like things. But overall we are unpacked. The only things that are really left to unpack are all the baby's things. So that is coming up in the next few weeks because I need to do that ASAP. I'm 34 weeks pregnant, so in about 3 weeks I'll be considered full term, which means the baby could come at any moment. And I have a theory that I think I'm gonna go a little early. At least I hope I go a little early. I mean a little, I'm talking like a few days early. I wouldn't mind going all the way into like, you know, 39 weeks and some change. Archie came at 39 in 1 day, so 39 weeks 1 day. Something similar to that would be great. The baby's due date is December 27th. That would be okay if they went at December 27th, but I would much prefer being home all together for Christmas. Like, it would be amazing if we got to spend this Christmas as a family of 4 at home with both the babies, Archie and this baby. So that's what I'm praying for. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. Let's see, where are we in life? So we are unpacked. I still need to unpack the baby stuff. The house is coming along like super cute. I need to finish the master bedroom. We need a headboard, we need some wall decor, and we need some bedding, and that's about it. Like, it came along pretty well. I'm really happy with what I ended up bringing with me from New Jersey in terms of like stuff for the house. We ended up buying a new dining room table, a new sofa, and some new accent chairs. But overall we brought mostly all of our furniture, and it's really fit in nicely in this house. I've been able to change the aesthetic of things a little bit. It's more like cozy boho vibes. Oh, my battery is dying. I should have charged this before I started recording. That's my bad. Let's see how long I can go before it actually dies. This might be a lot shorter of a video than I anticipated. But the house is coming along super cute. We've officially decorated for Christmas. I downsized on my Christmas decor quite a bit, so I don't have like a ton of things, but it's just perfect. Like, everything about this house feels super simple and intentional, and like not like an overabundance of like zhuzhiness. And I love that. I love the simplicity of it, the like how quaint and cute and cozy the vibes are here. So I've been enjoying it. At first it felt like a mission to just get everything unpacked, get everything up on the walls, get everything situated around the house. But now that things are unpacked, I have no more boxes left. I'm really trying to take my time with everything, and my body has just really like decided for me that like I need to chill out and I need to slow down. And it's been good. It's been great. I really hope that over the next few weeks we can just kind of slowly finish out whatever is remaining, but really start enjoying the time we have left as a family of 3, because life is about to change all over again for like the 100th time this year in a few short weeks. This year has been, the word is change. Like, it's been all about evolving, all about changing, and it's happening super fast. And over the span of a few weeks, I'm like learning a new way of life. So that's been challenging. I don't do that great with change, but to be honest, I feel like I've done as good as I can. I don't let myself get really worked up about just how different life is here, because it really is a world of difference. You guys, I definitely underestimated how different it was going to be living in the continental US to living on an island. Puerto Rico is a US territory, so I don't know why I just thought it was going to be like the same, except tropical and like, you know, super fun. And I'm not saying that it won't get super fun, but right now I haven't had that experience. I mean, I'm very pregnant. I have a lot on my plate, and I'm hoping that, you know, getting into these last final weeks of pregnancy and our final weeks as a family of 3, we can start enjoying some of the amenities that this beautiful island has to offer. But right now we just haven't had the time to do that, and it hasn't been on the agenda. So I'm hoping that we can start doing that a little bit more. But some of the things that are worth mentioning in terms of how different things are here is like, you know, the time it takes for things to regenerate and recuperate after like a natural disaster is like way longer than it would be in the States. I mean, I lived in New Jersey. We didn't have many natural disasters, but I can tell you that there was never a time that we were without power for 20-something days. Like, that's not a thing, and that's so common here, to be without power on even a good day. Like, you could just lose power for no reason. And that's been challenging. Luckily, where we're at, although it took forever for us to get power back, it's not an area that the power is very splotchy in, so it's pretty consistent here, thank God. Where my grandma lives, it's not as consistent. Like, they had no power yesterday, and I'm like, why? And they didn't know why, and there was just no reason. And sometimes their water will go out for no reason, and that's not really the case where I'm at. We have a little bit more consistency when it comes to like those amenities. I say amenities like this is like not basic human needs, like they are. But either way, water, electricity is not as like a no-brainer like it is in the States. There's no like Uber Eats here. There's no like ordering food for delivery here. And there are areas that offer that, but where I'm at, that's not the case. Okay, so my battery died. I went upstairs, started breakfast, charged it for a little bit, and I'm gonna try to see if I can finish this video. My hair got super frizzy already. Story of my life, living on this island. But anywho, what I was saying is, a lot of things are different here. Like ordering food, for example. If you live in the metropolitan area, it's a lot more city-like, so you can find places that are going to deliver you Uber Eats and food and things like that to your door. But for the most part, for most of us on the island, there's not like delivery services, and there's not like a plethora of Walmarts. You know, there's like one Walmart that, I don't know, 5 towns sometimes can share, and so they're very packed, and the stock is sometimes pretty limited. thankfully there's Amazon, and I do get Amazon delivery, so that's been a huge lifesaver. But there are tons of other favorite stores that don't deliver to the island, like Target doesn't deliver to Puerto Rico, and Bye Bye Baby, like things like that I've had to like quickly learn to adjust to live without. The food here is amazing though. Like, you can find good food pretty much anywhere. They have a lot of chain restaurants too, so if you like things like Applebee's and Chili's and I don't know, whatever other restaurants people like, but they have stuff like that too. So it's like certain things, like certain luxuries that you're used to, certain things that are just like you take for granted. It's so easy. You don't necessarily always have that here, and a lot of things you kind of have to get in the car and drive for. But you're surrounded by beautiful beaches, which definitely softens the blow a little bit, and great people and good food. Another thing I've had to learn to adjust is island time. Like, islanders really take it super slow. They move through life like they have no agenda and no one's waiting on them. If they tell you that your appointment is at 1 o'clock, you need to be prepared to be there till 5 p.m. And that is literally not an exaggeration. I've actually had baby doctor's appointments that are scheduled for 10:30 in the morning, and I will not be done and be seen until 5 p.m. That has happened to me more than once. So those kind of things have been a little bit of an adjustment for sure. What else? So other than like those like basic things that, you know, you kind of don't even like realize you have it so good living in the States. Other things that I feel like are different here and I've had to kind of learn to adjust are, I don't know why I can't think of anything right now. The heat. I miss the fall. I love the fall. Fall is my favorite season. I miss the crisp air, the cold nights, the bonfires, the flannels, the smells, the pumpkin spice everything. It's hot here all the time. I think had I not moved from summertime into full-time summertime, it wouldn't have felt as like sad for me. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm suffering from like a little tiny bit of like seasonal depression, but like the backwards way. Like, instead of being depressed because it's starting to get cold, I'm depressed because I'm not depressed, but you know, I'm feeling seasonally moody because it's not cold, and I wish it was because mama is hot. I remember thinking like, oh, how cute, how fun, I'm gonna be pregnant in the summertime. No, that's not cute and it's not fun. But we'll adjust. It's fine. It's like minor things. What else can I update you guys on? So like I mentioned, our move is here. We're settled in. Things are starting to look cute and cozy, and I love the vibe, the aesthetic of our house so far. Update on the dogs. I haven't talked about this because it's like a touchy subject for me, but I've had a few people already ask me like, where are your pups? Where are your pups? Like, are your pups joining you guys? What happened to your dogs? So I'm gonna try to make this long story as short as I can. It's been the hardest part about this move has been getting the dogs here. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. We have tried on 3 or 4 different occasions to get them here and have failed. The last attempt was the most current attempt, which was not this weekend, the weekend before that. The weekend after Halloween, Angel flew out to Jersey, and we had booked plane tickets to fly the dogs out. So rewind real quick. So it was hard. We knew it was going to be super hard to get the dogs here. And before we moved, we made the decision to rehome Cleo. And that was really hard. Like, it was so hard. We definitely went back and forth about the decision a lot. We argued about it quite a bit, but ultimately it came down to what's best for her. And we both decided that she's such a young dog. She's so energetic and she has a lot of trauma. Like, she comes from an abusive background before we adopted her. Moving her to an island, she's a husky too, so she's like thrives in cold weather. Moving her to an island might not be the best thing for her. And if we brought her here, it would solely be because she's our dog and like we want to keep her. And it wouldn't really have benefited her in the long run. Archie's awake. Let me try to wrap this up. I'm gonna leave it on the dogs and then that'll be it for the update. But so the mission was to find her a perfect home, and that was not easy. That took literal months and months of different researching, talking to different people, talking to friends, talking to family members, looking into programs that train dogs to be aids for vets, like veterans that are disabled and stuff like that. Like, she's such a loving dog too, so I thought that something like that would be a great fit. But ultimately the answer fell right on our laps. We in May we got new neighbors across the street from us. A really cute family moved in, a husband, wife, and their 2 children. I think their kids are like 9 and 7, or maybe they're 9 and 8. A boy and a girl, so they're a little bit older. And they were just the sweetest family, and they had lost their family dog like about a year or 2 ago. The dog had cancer and ultimately ended up passing away, and they were not ready to get a new dog for like quite some time because they were still grieving the loss of their dog and all the things, but had recently made the decision to start looking for a dog. And they didn't want a puppy. They wanted a dog that was kind of already like house trained, was a little bit older, with loads of energy, that enjoyed hikes, that enjoyed walks. And I'm like, Cleo, like, checked off all the boxes. Now, to back up a little bit as to more reasons why we felt like we were not the best match for Cleo anymore, is she is a really energetic dog. She thrives on hikes and walks and all this like energy and exercise that we are not able to provide her, with Angel working sometimes 50-hour weeks, me being pregnant and taking care of a toddler full time. We're going to be adding a baby to the mix. We're moving to an island. There was just so many things stacked against why we are not the best dynamic for her, and why we don't have the time, the energy that she deserves out of her family. We were talking to these neighbors, and you know, we became friends with them. They were so nice. I was like so sad that they arrived in May. I wish they had moved in. Like, I wish we had met them sooner, because they really are just like such a great little family. You know, they were just talking, the husbands, my husband and the other husband were talking, and they had told us like, oh yeah, you know, we're looking for a dog. And we're like, shut the hell up, we're looking to rehome a dog. And you know, at first we didn't even mention the fact, but eventually the conversation came up more and more, and we said like, listen, you know, we have Cleo, come meet her, this is the situation, this is why we're considering rehoming her, this is her background, this is her temperament, this is her energy. Like, we really wanted to make sure that these people were going to be the best fit for her. They were like so down from the second they met her, which I don't blame them. Like, look at that girl, like, she is a gorgeous pup. She has like the most loving energy. Like, if you got to get close to her, which not many people ever did get close to her, because she was still so scared and so skittish from everything that she went through prior to us adopting her. Like, she never outgrew that, and I always felt really guilty, like I didn't do enough to like help her through her trauma. She felt completely safe and fine with Angel and I, and my mom, and that was about it. And like Archie kind of made her nervous, but like, I mean, rightfully so. He's a little bit rough. She never like warmed up to people. Like, she was always afraid. Anytime we would have guests over, even if it was the same people over and over and over again, she would just go and hide. And I always felt really guilty that I never got to like rehab her out of that. But with this new family, she like warmed up to them so fast, and the fact that they lived right across the street made it so easy to transition her. I would take her for play dates. Like, we introduce them like for like an hour the first day, and then the next day they did a few hours. They took her on walks. They would spend the night with her some nights, and like we did that for like a span of like 2 weeks. And then eventually Archie's awake and he is mad that I'm not getting him. Eventually we, you know, made the transition full time, and she's thriving. Like, they take her on so many walks. They go to dog parks. Dog parks always gave me anxiety because other dogs would always end up fighting our dogs. And like Cleo, for example, has gotten attacked by other dogs. Like, I'm not even joking, like 3 or 4 times. I would go on runs with her and I'd be like minding my own business on a run, and a dog, she's grabbing the monitor. See if you guys can see that. Oh, that's his nostril. Oh my god. And a dog would just like jolt out of their yard and come and attack us on the street. Like, I'm not even making this up. So, you know, they're comfortable with taking her to dog parks, and they let her off the leash. Like, she's just running wild and free and roaming around like acres and acres of land, and they'll take her on walks and hikes. And like, they have the time, they have the energy, they're giving her everything I wish that I could have. So Cleo is thriving. P, on the other hand, our older dog Preston, we've had him, he's gonna be 10 years old in January. We've had him our whole marriage, and he has different sorts of anxieties, and he doesn't like walks, and he's older now, and he's more calm. And you know, we made it our mission to bring him. We wanted to bring them both. Ultimately, we made the decision for Cleo for all the reasons that I said. But Angel left to Jersey. We bought him a plane ticket. There's a lot of rules about how you can fly with dogs, and long story short, on Preston, he didn't meet one criteria to fly on American Airlines. He was too big for his crate is what it came down to. Now, I thought about making him a service dog. I thought about like all the other ways that you can get your dog on a plane, but like I said, he's an anxious dog. He has anxiety. He needs a service dog. Like, he's not gonna be like a chill dog on an aircraft. Like, I can't just get him like, first of all, getting them service trained is not like super easy, my understanding. Like, some things can be, like if they're emotional support animal versus a service dog, like there's different criterias for those two different titles. But I've done soft research, and I just don't see Preston like fitting that criteria. So we tried. We've tried a lot. We've spent a lot of money flying back and forth trying to get him here. And there are companies out there that specialize in transportation of pets. Those companies are extremely I'm talking like $5,000, you know, $2,000 to $5,000, and that is what it's gonna take. Like, ultimately, like, we've already spent like a few $100s, close to $1,000, flying back and forth trying to get him over to us, and failing each time. So we've decided to pass along the reins to a company that is going to do it for us. Angel still has to fly out one more time. We're waiting until January, till the weather is cool, because they have to fly out of Miami, which it's hot all the time in Miami, just like it's hot all the time in San Juan here in Puerto Rico. So that has been a challenge, but we're going to wait till after the holiday. He's going to fly back out after the baby's born and all the things, fly back out at the end of January, get Preston his health certificate, because he needs a health certificate. That costs $80. We've done that twice already, so we've, you know, spent over $160 on these health certificates that have gone to waste because he needs one to fly, but they expire in 10 days and we have yet to successfully get him on a flight. So he's gonna do this one more time. This is literally our last option, and we are so blessed to have such amazing family members that are able to help us out through this process, that took Preston in for us and have had him since we left in September. They have had Preston with them, taking care of him and feeding him and, you know, doing all the things. Luckily, he's a super chill dog and very low maintenance dog, but nonetheless, that's a big ask of somebody to take on your pet. And he's not like a little chihuahua that, like, you know, it goes unnoticed. Like, he's a big dog. So blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Everything happens for a reason. I strongly believe that there's reasons why for the first 3 attempts that we tried to get him here, it was unsuccessful. And I'm just praying that this final attempt works. Angel's gonna fly out, get him his health certificate, drive Preston down to Miami. They're gonna take a road trip to Miami. And in Miami, a company who specializes in transportation of animals is gonna fly him on like a chartered plane. My battery's dying again, so this is perfect timing. I need to wrap this up. They're gonna fly him to San Juan, where Angel and I will pick him up. So God willing, we will be reunited with Preston at the end of January. I'm so excited. Cleo is thriving. It's her birthday on Saturday, so I'm gonna hopefully FaceTime her new owners and catch up with them, catch up with her, my beautiful princess dog. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous pup, and I know she's living her best life. I'm so happy for her. Things are getting better here. They weren't always great. You guys have heard me talk about the storm a million times, the power outages, the no water, the heat, all of that, and all those things are all negative things. So I hope that the next time I come on here, I'm able to just be more positive. The baby will be here, our dog will be here, our family will finally be complete, and I'm really just optimistic that things are just gonna start to feel like home here, because I miss home. I do. And I'm excited for this to finally feel like home for us, and I have all the faith in the world that it will. So yeah, guys, that is my update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Super chatty, but I wanted to catch you up on life a little bit. Keep us in your prayers. Keep us, you know, in the back of your mind, and spread lots of good vibes our way. We're gonna definitely need them as we enter another chapter, another big giant change with the baby coming in a few weeks. So like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.